Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the DeVoid Premium 2v2 tournament, which is inside the DeVoid community made tournament between DeVoid community players, StarCraft 2 players, who are finding out which is the best team, which are the best players in the team, so on and so forth. This is best of 3, this is round 2 in the playoffs. Winner goes to semifinals, loser goes to the losers bracket. It's double elimination, and we are looking at the main base of Leonardo, also known as the Machio. And his teammate on the left side here from him is Shipta, playing Zerg in red color. So these are ZZ teams, Zerg teams. One of two which have survived and which started the tournament are still in the tournament, which is impressive itself. And these guys at the moment in this game is playing against BuryLurkers, which is here in the teal color playing or light blue color playing Zerg, and his teammate TheAnswer, which is in blue color playing Terran. Yeah, on the Emerald City Ladder Edition map. So those are the introductions. They are done poorly because this is the first game I cast after 2 weeks of no casting, because the last week we had a little bit of a break in between, so that also comes back into the thing. So for those who are wondering, who is watching live, know that this is going to be cut down in the games, in the matchups, and will be posted in YouTube. Those who are watching on YouTube, hello, I hope you enjoy the casts, I hope you enjoy the games, and if you like them, push the like button and keep on watching, because we be here until the finals, and we be seeing which is going to be the 2v2 team which is going to go on top. Right now my bet is on these guys, Leonardo and Shipta. They're doing really good, but we'll see how they hang around. Okay, so what is the openings? Answer is going for looks like Reactor Factory, so that's like 1-1-1 opening, which is going to be like for Hellions. And BuryLurkers actually is throwing down the Bane's Nest. He's going for speed, so it's gonna be a little bit of early aggression. Bury is already sending out links. Leonardo is defending against Answer's Reaper here with the Queens and Lings. There is Evo from Shift actually, and Evo from Leonardo already is there. So that's +1 melee, which Leonardo is researching. And Shipta is going for Evo also, so the question is what they are going to do. Yeah, looks like Shipta is going for Lair and Roach Warren. Immediately after this, I don't know where is that Roach Warren. I don't see it. Ah, it's here, behind the natural. It's actually pretty good spot, if not for drops. Okay, meanwhile on the other side, BuryLurkers is also adding in the Roach Warren next to the Baneling Nest. So I assume that was for defensive purposes, the Baneling Nest there, just to have some Banes in case if Leonardo and Shipta imagines to do some Ling Rush or some Ling Flood, so the Banes are able to defend against that pretty damn good, which is a good idea itself to be defensive versus two Zergs, because they can just imagine to Ling Flood. No surprise there. There is +1 attacks for ranged attacks, +1 speed. Leonardo is actually going for Lair himself, and he's going for Bane's Nest also. That means there might be some, either it's gonna be aggressive, maybe defensive, we'll see. But Leonardo is already making a third base, which might mean that it's not gonna be aggressive. Answer has successfully blocked both of the teammates from actually going for third base over here, which might not be a good idea, to be honest. And he's going for +1 attack also. That's 4 engineering base from TheAnswer, while he is actually pumping out Banshees right now for some aggression there, or harassment of workers probably. BuryLurkers runs in with links. and scouts out the third, does some damage to it, but there is a lot more things going on. Ooh, there is a big wave of lings and actually roaches going through. Looks like Leonardo and Shipta is trying to not copy, but do some similar tactics that Sugarcoat and Undertaker is doing, or Sugarcoat's 9 roach battering ram going through. Leonardo finds out about the engineering base, which are unpenetrable for Zerglings because there are roaches from BuryLurkers already behind. There are quite a bit of Hellions, one Banshee and few Marines, which will defend the wall as good as possible. Leonardo sends in the Banes and pokes through the wall and tries to run through with Lings. The Lings are through, the Roaches are through, there comes the action. The Banes from BuryLurkers does not connect much. Okay, this one did, certainly. BuryLurkers successfully is defending off the Roach wave. The Lings are trying to ravage down the mineral lanes, but Hellions are already on them. Looks like main base mineral lane for BuryLurkers is at trouble right now. Banshees are there to help, and the aggression from the Leonardo and Shipta has been held on. I don't know what is the losses here. It's like 10 drones from BuryLurkers gone down, 3 SCVs, obviously army exchange. Unfortunately we don't see what are the resources lost. At least I don't know how to do that. No, there we go, I know that. I would say it's maybe in favor of defenders in this case, and looks like they are packing up for counterattack with a lot more roaches, some Hellions and some Banshees. Leonardo is preparing run-by. Meanwhile, Shipta is trying to take the third, but he has to defend against 2 Banshees with no anti-air so far. Except Leonardo is actually going for Spire, so that could be a saver. He's going +2, he's going Bane speed. Shipta meanwhile is going for +2 ranged attacks, while Bury is packing roaches. The Leonardo did manage to run by with Lings in the mineral lane. I don't know what's the workers down. Let's see. I don't think he managed to actually kill any workers. He was well defended by Hellions, and BuryLurkers saved his drones by sending them to the main base. Here comes the clash in the middle of the map, and looks like Leonardo is going for Mutas, which is really good response against Banshees themselves. There is not really much anti-air, I believe, except the Marines from the Terran. So Mutas might be really good idea, and he's going for air armor carapace upgrade to be able to hold down. The question is, where are the Mutas when they are gonna clash? There they are, they're joining in the party, and they will reveal themselves to get rid. There is already Overseer from Shipta, so no invisibility is done, and Answer and BuryLurkers call GG, and they're tapping out. We're jumping into game 2. Alrighty then. We are back with the 2v2 matchup between blue colors playing Terran DeAnswer and his teammate in light blue or teal, BuryLurkers, playing against Leonardo and his teammate Shipta, additionally in orange and red colors, playing Zergs. So double Zerg team did take game number 1, I believe. Yeah, I'm questioning. I did miss the Ling run by, which Leonardo did execute again, so it was like multiple of them. And the one which took place while they were defending the Banshee Hellion aggression, and Leonardo showed up with his Mutas, he actually executed the Ling run by for the opposing players, and that won them the game. I don't know why I'm boxing units lately. You have probably noticed that have begun, but it's I don't know. It's a bad habit which I'm starting to have. I don't know why. Anyways, looks like both players here, both Leonardo and Shipta, went for the spawning pool first, and both are going for 6 lings, and there might be some ling aggression going on. Shipta though is taking the natural right now. Bury sends his overlord around. The Bury is taking another. He's taking his natural, and Answer is starting his natural. There is obviously Reaper coming up, but it looks like Leonardo and Shipta are already flooding the lings over the map. And Leonardo actually is taking proxy hatchery here. That's quite aggressive, I would say. Let's see. I guess they cancelled the answers by having a drone there, and then suddenly Ling Flood has begun, and they both are targeting BuryLurkers right now, I believe, which cannot resist against twice as many Lings. It's just too strong. The question is, can the Reaper actually help? Shipta goes for the drones. Leonardo is targeting the Zerglings. They're trying to hunt down the Reaper, which is really good because Reaper is wasting their time. And Answer did choose to go Reactor instead of pumping more units, which might hurt the defenders over here terribly. Okay, Shipta goes for the drones once again. Bury is here on the links. And the proxy hatch is actually close to finishing off. Now BuryLurkers did hold back the aggression. The Shipta Zerglings are dead. The Leonardo Zerglings are on back foot. There are double Marines coming out. There is actually factory and barracks being produced by the Answer over here. And BuryLurkers is targeting Leonardo's proxy hatch, which is pumping out Queen. I don't know what's the use in this case because there is creep already. Maybe if you put down the creep, you can like block the natural expansion for the Answer, which could be a good idea. Nope, the Queen is cancelled. The Marines are here. Bury is sending his Lings to the opposite side to go aggressive. There are 2 Queens of Shipta, which are defending. They both are targeted down immediately to get down the injections, and BuryLurker actually has taken down both defending armies and starts to work on drones aggressively. He goes for Shipta first. Shipta does not have speed. He has 1 more Queen, and some drones are joining from the BuryLurkers. No, but from the Leonardo here. There is a lot of Lings fighting right now. Well, Bury now, I believe, is outnumbered. He should either sacrifice them for the greater good or just run home. And looks like he's choosing to run home. Meanwhile, Answer is building starport, he's researching Steam, he successfully has cleared off the natural, he's going NG Bay, there's actually armory going on. While Shipta is going for Roach Warren, BuryLurkers is just a little bit droning his natural, and he's just adding more Lings to the party. I think that's a bit of aggression, a bit of action off. Unfortunately, creep is disturbing Answer to actually take down the natural base, which is delaying him quite a lot. The question is how they gonna get things done. Okay, Leonardo goes for Bane's Nest, so they have split up the tasks. So Shipta goes for Lair, goes for Roaches, probably +1 and speed Roaches, and Leonardo once again goes for Ling Bane, probably transitioning into the Muta. Meanwhile, BuryLurkers has massed up a big amount of Lings, and he's keeping doing that. And Answer actually is pushing out with the stimmed Marines and will join them with the Medivacs once the supply has been freed up by dropping down the supply depot. And there comes the Hellbats. That might be quite a crucial push. Let's see what is the defending army. There are some spines going on. There's one already for Shipta, which was built previously. There are some Lings, but I would not say that's quite much. There are 2 Banes being more thin right now, but I think they will be targeted down and they will be done. And yeah, that's pretty much both naturals going down. There is no defending armies. There's only 2 Roaches coming out for Shipta, so that's also sad. There are overlords being targeted. There's the naturals going down. There are more Hellions, more Lings, more Marines joining the party. Well, the Banes are the answers for both of these, but unfortunately none of them are alive, or none of them are finishing off. The Answer targets down the Banes, and there is no drones for Leonardo over here. He's just pumping more lings, but that's not gonna save them against big fire made by Hellbats, and Hellbats are surrounded by BuryLurkers lings, which are trying to eat down the roaches here on ramp, which obviously are successful, and Leonardo taps out, saying GG well played, and TheAnswer and BuryLurkers takes game number 2. Alrighty then, we are in the Siders match between Leonardo and Shipta, which both are Zerg players here on the bottom left side. Shipta red colors and Leonardo in orange colors. And their opponents in this matchup are TheAnswer in the blue colors playing Terran, and his teammate BuryLurkers in a teal or light blue colors playing Zerg. They took back the previous map by counter-attacking the aggressive Ling flood or aggressive Zergs with some Hellbat Marine Ling flood, which was quite impressive, I would say, and I think Leonardo and Shipta were not really ready for that kind of aggression. I'm not sure why, probably scouting issue, don't know, but it was a toughie. Nevertheless, we are on undercurrent, so as I already said, this map is specific because there is a pocket base, one of them, and there is this base, so the wall off could be this one, like this gap, or maybe just this gap, and then we give this extra base for someone who wants to be safe or cook something up. That's specifics of this map. Well, both Zergs are opening quite similarly. They are going for... Actually, no, this time they are not going for pool first, they're going for hatchery first and then into the pool. Answer is going for barracks, then Reaper, and he's gonna expand here in the pocket base. Funny enough, the Terran player which can lift the buildings are going to be sent into the pocket in more defensive place than Zerg, but that's not up to me, not my choice, not my decision. Maybe they are just freeing up the third base pretty much for the answer over here, but I would say still Zerg would be the one who takes the pocket and then Terran here, and then you can see maybe Zerg goes here and Terran takes these ones, whatever. Anyways, enough mumbling about that. There is the Reaper coming up. There are already 6 lings actually out by BuryLurkers, so they're going to do some little bit of aggression, poking in. Not much Zerglings actually. There's 4 for Leonardo, 6 more are coming out. Shipta, I believe, not really having one. He was droning heavily right now. He saves his drones by sending them to the main base and joins some lings in for the defense. The queens are out for the hunt for Reaper, which is the best thing they can do right now, because otherwise it will get some drone kills and we don't want that. The ping, the evolution chamber is ping. Shipta goes for lair, goes for evolution chamber, so I believe he will be the one who goes for roaches. Actually, Leonardo has a little bit amassed now the Zerglings for defense. He's just going to about to finish plus the speed for the links, and he's actually researching +1 melee, which could be leading him into Bane's Nest. BuryLurkers is making Bane's Nest for defensive purposes, and he's taking the third over here. So Zerg player is allowed to have creep valley here on the bottom side, and then TheAnswer will probably fly his expansions to the side or something like that. We'll see. BuryLurkers mobs in some Banes for aggressive purposes this time. Shipta is going for Roach Warren, as already we said. There is a spine crawler being built for defensive purposes probably. And there comes the Banes. Will Leonardo spot them? Yep, Leonardo spots them and runs away. He has 1 drone left here alone, and unfortunately that's left for the dead. The lings are being microed to get rid of the Bane aggression, and more lings are being amassed just to be able to defend against this aggression altogether. Leonardo has his own Bane's Nest, so he's warping in. So here comes the ZVZ standard. but the Shipta joins in with the roaches and will try to target down the Banes to get rid of the possibility for all the Leonardo Lings to die, and they have secured themselves really good. Leonardo is actually droning hard. It's like 10 drones joining in, probably for his natural. But they are pushing out for a little bit of aggression. There are a lot of Hellions here. Ooh, Bane connection shuts down a lot of Lings over here. And Hellions are turned into Hellbats. There is a third base for the answer. He's going for, again, for Medivac, Marine, Hellbat approach. There is one Marauder though. There is one. Joining in the party. BuryLurkers is chasing away Leonardo's Lings. Like right now. The third base for Leonardo is going down, but now there will be some roaches sent out to scare away the BuryLurkers. Ling flood. Not a flood, just a little pack, right? The speed is going to be researched for Shipta here. Leonardo is going for lair, so I believe he might try to go jump the Mutabal. There comes the push. The roaches are ramming into the natural and the third base. The Banes are joining in from Leonardo and trying to do some damage. I believe BuryLurkers actually have the Roach Warren, yes, and he's having roaches, and those roaches successfully, with the help of Marines and Medivacs, are pushing back the attack, and they are going for counter-attack immediately. There are some mines. There are Liberators going to join in from the answer right now. Answer has obviously Hellbats, Marines, and yeah, BuryLurkers is going to go roaches. So Banelings right now, if they are targeted, then it might not be as useful as just the roaches. Actually, Leonardo is going for run by right now, which is caught over by BuryLurkers. There is a spine and a lot of roaches on top of the ramp waiting for the push from the opponents. Leonardo is going for +2, and as we talked about, he's going for Spire, so there might be some mutas joining in from his part. And they chose not to push up the ramp, but they chose to come from this side and also from up the ramp. But there's a lot of roaches here from the Shipta, ready to defend, and they might actually succeed because there are just a little bit bigger numbers right now. They have that +1 upgrade. I don't know if yeah, it looks like BuryLurkers does not have that +1 upgrade, and Answer just packs his troops into the Medivac and betrays his teammate BuryLurker and evacuates out of the fight, out of the push. There is now 4 Medivacs here being defensive. Leonardo is checking for third, preparing run by. Unfortunately, that's directly caught by BuryLurkers for them. So, and Answer actually is going to land his own third right here. I don't think yeah, pretty much Leonardo has +2 right now upgrades, no? Yeah, he's almost going to finish +2, but BuryLurkers has the numbers. Shipta actually is pushing into the natural here, into the third of the BuryLurkers, with a pack of roaches. There is a siege tank for Answer, which might be the answer against the roaches, or will definitely be the answer against the roaches. He just needs to siege it a little bit closer to scare those roaches away, or kite in the range, and immediately as a shot is received, roaches are scattering out. That's quite usual response for them. Shipta is prolonging his aggression. And joining some more. There's some more roaches and Lings beelined over the map, but there are mutas coming up from Leonardo right now, and there they are, pack of mutas. They scare away the natural from for BuryLurkers. They go for Queen, go for the main base, go for the Spire here, Spore, and we'll try to shut down the missile turrets. And BuryLurkers just leaves the chat, or he leaves the game in general. No GG called, I believe, but I think he didn't mean that. But there we go. Yeah, he's not ready to deal with mutas, unfortunately, and also his teammate, the Answer, has no answers, and he taps out. Leonardo and Shipta takes the match game, the deciders match, and moves forward to the semi-finals of the tournament.